Welcome and good morning to all of you. My name is Rucha Bajrang Joshi from TY BTech. I am an undergraduate student of an electrical engineering learning in Annasab Nange College of Engineering Ashta. Here presents the seminar on wave energy. So, the points to be covered in this seminar are as follows. What is wave energy? Abstract of this seminar. Introduction. Wave energy converter. Comparing to other renewable energy sources. Types of devices for the wave energy converter according to the location. Environmental impact of wave energy. Advantages and disadvantages of wave energy. And last, we will see the conclusion. So, here the question arises, what is wave energy? It is a transport and capture of energy by the ocean surface. Also, it is transferred from wind to waves. It is also called the renewable energy source. Further moving towards the abstract of this seminar. Ocean energy is one of the most promising energy resource. Three-fourths of the Earth's surface is covered by the oceans. The concept is based upon the total energy conservation where energy of wave is transferred to the flexible converter to increase its kinetic energy. High velocity head then can be used for the energy storage or for the direct utility of power generation. This converter utilizes the both potential and kinetic energy of the waves and designed for onshore or the nearshore application. So, now we will see the introduction part of this seminar. Today, most of the world's electric power production comes from the fossil fuels plants. As the demand for electricity is forecasted to increase, there is an urgent need to find new methods to abstract electric energy from the renewable sources. The annual wave energy potential along the southern Indian coast is between 5 to 15 megawatts per meter, but the variation of seabed topography can lead to the focusing of wave energy in concentrated regions near the shoreline called hotspots. These hotspots for the wave energy are at Vindhyam, off Tuticorin, and off Andaman Islands. As this is a renewable source of energy, the future prospects of this energy are high. So, we will move further. First point is wave energy converter means WEC. It is the energy from ocean waves and this energy can be captured to do the useful work. For example, electricity generation, water desalination or the pumping of water. Here, ocean energy mainly covers from waves, tide and thermal. Since 1970, the wave energy is under the consideration as a potential source of the renewable energy. In this diagram, here shows some parts of this figure. So, first, here is the incoming wave. Here is the wave seals against the roof. Next, here it is air is compressed here and from this side air released through the turbo generator. In this side, here is the electrical equipment present and from this remnant energy dispersed through the baffle. So, next point is comparing to other renewable energy sources. So, there is planned US utility scale electricity generating capacity addition of 2021 is present. Here, data predict solar and wind energy will dominate America's new generation in 2020, making up 76% of new generation and adding 42 gigawatt of zero emission capacity, while coal and natural gas will dominate 2020 retirements with 85% of the plant closures. Next is renewable energy source. Then what is this? It is often referred to as a clean energy comes from natural source or the process that are constantly replenished. For example, sunlight or wind keep shining and blowing even if their availability depends on the time and weather. United States means US. As we know, the US is the world's largest consumer of energy in general and of the oil and refined products in particular way. So we all now take a look at the current state of energy production and consumption in us followed by a brief following pie chart shows US energy consumption by source in 2019. As shown in the chart, petroleum, that is mainly caused for the purpose of transportation, has the biggest share of 37%. Natural gas is in second place with 32% share of the energy consumption. And for the nuclear electric power, there is 9%, and for the renewable energy, there is a 7%. So, further, we will move towards the types of devices for WEC according to the location. In this, there are three parts: onshore, nearshore, and offshore. First is onshore. Devices lie on the bottom are on very shallow waters, commonly integrated into the coastal structures, such as breakwaters or the rocky cliff. Nearshore. These devices are located at depth up to 20 meter and relatively close to the shore. This depth range is suitable for big devices mounted on the bottom by gravity or floating. And last is offshore. These devices are usually floating structures but can also be submerged at depth of more than 40 meter. Below it gives the difference between of this onshore, nearshore, offshore as well as in hybrid. The first one is onshore. The team you outsource work to is in your country. In the nearshore, it gives us a nearshore outsource is a closer to your country and often lives in a country that in the same time zone as you. Next is the offshore. Maintaining project control is difficult across the time zones. And last one is hybrid. As officiate as well online on-site team is normally assigned to the project and is also required for the distributing the workload. So here are some other types of the WEC, that is wave energy converter. So first is surface attenuator. It is also called as the PILAMIS. It is generally have multiple floating segment connected to another and are oriented parallel with incoming waves, which is used the rise and fall of the swells to create a flexing motions that may be converted into rotation or drive hydraulic pumps to generate the electricity. Next is oscillating water column. It is a type of wave energy converter that harness the energy from the oscillation of the seawater inside a chamber. Next is the overlapping device. The next point is the point absorber buoy. It is a floating structure which absorbs energy from all directions through its movements near the water surface. Next point is overtopping device. It captures water as wave break into the storage reservoir. Water is then returned to the sea passing through a conventional low head turbine which generate power. Further is oscillating wave surge converter. It is a novel shoreline or the nearshore wave energy converter. And last type is the tidal energy. It is a power produced by the surge of the ocean water during the rise and fall of the tides. So now we will see effects of wave energy on society, that is environmental impact of wave energy. In this, wave energy is perceived to be a non-polluting and renewable source of energy, while wave energy devices may not produce none of the atmospheric greenhouse gas type the pollutants and emissions such as carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide, which is commonly associated with burning fossil fuels to generate the electricity. Here, latest updates where the Tauktae cyclone takes place in Maharashtra and Gujarat. It blasted onshore in western India with fierce waves incessant rain, and high tidal waves. Cyclone left a trail of the destruction along India's west coast. Tauktae is reportedly the biggest cyclone to have hit in Gujarat in 30 years. Kerala and Goa experienced strong winds and heavy rains. Huts, buildings, houses, and electricity poles collapsed due to the cyclonic winds. Next, we will see most common environmental impact of wave energy. In this, there are some common impacts. They are coastal erosion, device construction, environmental, fishing industry, noise pollution, recreational activities, marine ecosystem, navigational hazards. So let us see one by one. Coastal erosion. Onshore and nearshore schemes may have an effect on the coastal erosion due to currents and waves. Device construction. Many waves energy devices are secured or withered to the ocean floor using peeling concrete blocks, etc. Third is the environmental. While wave energy produces to greenhouse gases or other atmospheric pollutants while generating the electricity, etc. Next is fishing industry. Exclusion zones around the offshore devices could impact on the local fishing areas. However, marine reserves fishing activity may increase directly outside the boundary of the installation. Next is noise pollution. Constant noise from wave capture devices, especially in rough condition, may have an impact on the whales and the dolphins fishes that use the echolocation to hunt. Then recreational activities. Offshore and nearshore devices could have an effect on some forms of the recreational swimming and of water sports around the floating devices. Next is navigational hazards. Possible navigational hazards to shipping, as their low profile, could result in them being difficult to detect visually or by a ship radar. Also, water quality may be affected due to the potential oil spills from increased boat traffic in the area for maintenance and repair. As with other energy sources, wave energy has both environmental and economic implication which must be considered when planning a new installation. So here we'll have the lesson learned from these offshore oil production, wind power and other such ocean-based industries can provide vital information in their design to lessen the environment impact of wave energy. So here it shows that wind energy converts to the mechanical and then it gives the electrical energy for us. So now we will see the advantages of wave energy. Here are renewable. The best thing about wave energy that it will never run out. Unlike fossil fuels which are running out, the waves flow back from the shore but they always return. Environment friendly. Also, unlike fossil fuels, creating power from waves and creates no harmful byproducts such as gas and pollution. Not expensive to operate and maintain and produce a great deal of energy. So other side there are also disadvantages for this wave energy and they must be able to withstand very rough weather. Needs a suitable site where waves are consistently strong. Depends on the waves, something you will get the loads of energy and sometimes almost nothing. Effect on marine ecosystem is also there. So in this, as clean as the wave energy is, it still creates hazards for some of the animals near it. Only power plants and towns near the ocean will benefit directly from it. Last but not the least, on this seminar we will turn out to the conclusion part. So in this seminar, a review on wave energy and a few wave energy converters is presented. Wave energy becoming a viable source of the green energy, more focus on its research will bring its cost further down to be compared with wind and solar energy. It represents one of the largest renewable resources available on the planet. It is emerging industry that has a potential to satisfy worldwide demand for electricity. Renewable energy technologies provide alternative fossil fuel power plants for the generation of electricity, an essential step towards reducing our nation dependence on the fossil fuels. New technologies need to be developed for the sustenance of the future. Good data on the waves from wave monitoring voice. Wave energy contains 1000 times the kinetic energy of the wind. So, now thank you so much for listening my seminar on wave energy. Thank you.